in the middle of the 1st century, and it was garrisoned by the 2nd Legion, one of the 3 legions which invaded Britain in AD 43. They essentially built the fort over to the west coast, 72 Roman miles of wall. When the Romans left, the site was reoccupied by the British, the Iron Age.
Yeah, I got my name. I've seen them bringing the road down here. Go ahead.
This is the memorial to HMS Chapter and the Battle of Jutland in 1916. What I call there's HMS Chester.
Souvenir. Feather.
I think we got there by the same time.
Yeah, one doesn't have a tail. There's one of the watering holes on the left.
Yeah, what are you doing with that?
The village of Crickhow is in the background.
Had a number?
This is where the base hospital was for this area. You can just see the foundations of it. Now, Al Breivik was wounded in the Battle of the Bulge, and back here is where the hospital was when he came out of the Bulge for recuperation. They were in Abergavenny, actually October the 11th, Sunday noon. And we've been up to Brecon and around to the Brecon Park. And this afternoon we're going to have tea. Now we have Howard Anderson coming in. One of the 99ers. This is the main shopping street of Abergavenny. And that, of course, is the Angel Hotel.
Oh, I didn't know. 100, pounds. Couple hundred, 150, 150 pounds, something like that. And that's, you'd have to buy your own meat.
That's New York.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
coach. That's what it is.
That's right.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Appreciate that.
That's no bus, that's a coach.
Oh, there they're going out the door now.
Boy, you learn fast.
I wasn't fast. Let's go outside.
All right.
And I won't be there either. We're going in.
There's the flowers to the lady. We're going out now to have tea.
Well, they wear a lot more cement than we were. That's right. That's right. I love it.
Bye. How you doing, Bob? Actually, it's starting to mist and sprinkle here in Abergavenny, in Wales. Owen, Chubby, give us a salute. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
You know, it's good to take the damn cap off. I start shooting and I'm taking some minutes and no cap.
For heaven's sakes. If you two certainly do look nice. Ovi? Yeah. Oh, heaven's sakes. Well, we got to get the Mr. and Mrs. Snodgrass.
No, but got pound.
This is where the castle was that the officer stayed in.
Down here where the wall
Where
is?
the fountain is, yeah.
That's where the castle was. See, this must be part of the wall, too.
That's the Black Sea.
Here I am.
And the troops were quartered in Quonset huts in this area, right around here, during World War II.
Are you going to get screwed there? I think you might be watching.
There is a lady that owns the estate on our right. And this is the entrance to her grounds.
So I went over and got talked to the sergeant.
And there's her home in the background.
Yep.
And there is the lady that owns this estate. Yeah. This is a lady that owned the estate. That owns the estate. And the 99th was quartered here. Quonset huts were just on the other side of where the castle stood. The castle was over here where you... Castle was over here where you see the wall.
When should we move? Let's move. There we are.
This side was 23, sir? Yeah. But see that scar over that eye? Yeah. I ran across a 55-gallon drum that was laying down and hit the other one standing up and cut my eye. So there's where my blood is laying right up on that hill.
On that injury, yeah?
Oh, what building here then? What? This building? No. This was here. Was it? No.
Ovi, maybe we should go look for some of that blood, huh?
Yeah.
I got you, Leonard.
Did?
Yeah, we got you good here.
I can ask you a question.
Okay. The 99th spent about 4 or 5 months here, just prior to the D-Day invasion. And this is the backside of this beautiful home. They're now in the dining room.
Yeah, we're right over there. If they haven't moved them up.
It's on the itinerary, but I don't know whether they can do that.
The Quonsets were across that lake.
That gate was there, I like that. But you see the front doors. So you had to come through.
It was right up close to
Hold
the
the front
drive.
of the house. Yeah.
There, now it starts to make
That's
sense.
it. That's it. Otherwise, nothing. So what the trees?
Because
Yeah. No, those. The mark was on the.
but the old ones, the big ones were there.
Oh yeah. One big one were there. And
Down before you came
I
back.
didn't know. I haven't said I was there. I mean, the troops had gone. You know, it was we were waiting first of all to the government was going to give us cash. Then they said £7,000, and the leak, the roof was leaking, and the windows had fallen out, and
What year did they get it back here?
48.
We left in 43. 44.
44. Wait a minute, you weren't the last troops then in that case.
No, we weren't.
The last troops were 1946. I didn't get it back to 1948.
We were here January through April of 44. 44.
Right, yeah. 44.
We left 7th of June. We left right to shortly before D-Day.
Oh yes, oh yes. No, there were plenty of that.
You did?
Oh yes, the whole place was full of troops. Because you see, when everybody started coming out, nobody knew where to put the troops. But we had American troops. That's why I thought you were.
No, we were here from January to, I think, April, wasn't it, Les?
About April, because we went to
Ludlow.
Ludlow for about a month, and then the 1st of June we started going south towards Plymouth, and then France, and about the, what was it, the
17th of June, my birthday.
15th of June?
17th of June, my birthday.
15th of June.
Yeah. Then I'm very sorry. Sorry we can't. So you left I thought it was you. The last troops left 300 rifles and all the ammunition behind. What was the last?
We'd have never done that because he would charge you that. No, he wouldn't have done that.
And our chaps, you see, came back from the war because my husband stayed over. Said, right, now, I'll give you all a year's wages and we'll all join up. A great many of them, most of them employees, a great many didn't join up. They kept the wages and didn't join up at all. They found themselves some nice safe job. You know, but,
Well, that's real nice of you to show. Originally, he said that was a new road. But I remember going through here and going up that little road inside to come up. We used to go to the
This house here is about 10, 12 years old at this time. It's just, this is something else, this area here.
Come on, Owen.
No one missing?
Owen.
they're getting wetter and wetter.
Smile. Smile, ma'am, I have your picture.
And I get the giggles.
You wait a little while now to come. Just charge up and then we get together.
You get one, Lee.
Once more. Okay.
All you do is focus.
How do I focus?
Neil, you're starting even to talk like a Norwegian.
That's the Ferrara.
That's a Ferrara, son.
Is it going now?
You can tell on a time on the wrong corner of it.
Okay, it's going.
Yeah.
Come on, you have tea. Quite good tea.
All in there.
Now I'll move and you just take that.
Oh, we're getting you.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't move. Spoils the picture.
I'm wrong.
I'll see this group for the next 2 weeks.
This stable area, called a mews, was the motor pool. And Les Carlson was a motor officer. This is their other home, and this is where we're going for tea.
Should be all right.
Sorry, Paul.
How's it been so far? Very good. It's okay, is it? I'm sorry about the road.
We're now having tea. And I believe they call it height. Nope. This is the son-in-law to the lady. Where'd she go? She was here a second ago. There she is.
And you're going to military?
I am, yeah. At the moment, I'm still finished.
But you've seen this one.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
The province where I
Then across the front. We didn't do much skiing up through front.
We were at the battle
Actually, quite a long time ago. That's my eldest sister Tiggy, and hunting hands at Sandhurst at the moment. My impact hands, which I love. Great. And then what have we got?
Now this young man is a second lieutenant in the British Army, and he is the grandson of the lady here, whom we are the guests.
That was pretty much stones too close.
So they'll run through an 80, but I used to use the other feet, so I only get the
Well, this doesn't have any. Well, they used it on the.
full.
Right here.
Okay, we're back from...
You insist on breaking our camera, aren't you?
Yeah, we're back from the Duchess's home, or I think is she a Duchess or a lady? What is she?
Duchess, I think.
She's a Duchess, yeah. Had a very enjoyable time, right, Leif?
Yeah, very good, very fun. This is going to get you on a stick. Yeah, these you can wear on. I know,
He's trying to fight me. That washer.
How'd you like that prescription I ordered for you?
Good. There we go again.
There we go. Barsogoo, huh? Barsogoo.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No problem. Lord Snodgrass and Lady Snodgrass, right?
That's the queen.
Right. We are just south of Abergavenny. This is an abbey. It dates back to the 13th century. You can see some of the scaffolding in the process of being restored. Tintern Abbey.
And how they can put so much of it out of small stones.
Looking at the Severn Bridge. On the other side over there is Wales. We're looking at Wales now, and we're standing in England. And this is the Severn River. You can see the tide going out in this area now. There we're getting Bob.
Tomorrow you get money, it's a baby back.
Yeah, Stargate.
What did you expect?
I expected swamp.
There is walking.
Only one at a time.
It's like part of that mammoth cave there, Fat Man's Misery.
We're at Whittycombe in the Moor, Dartmoor, southwest England. Ovi. Chubby. You're on camera.
Now we got a horse. I'm walking right up to you.
I got you.
Sure, I'm glad you told us about this little town.
It's nothing but a head. But I am just the right people to show it.
In the church.
I got it right on.
Oh, why is no. Oh, you are. Yes, I did it was flatter too, right? That's what I think.
This is Dartmoor,
Dartmoor,
southwest England, Devon. Princetown is the home of the infamous Dartmoor prison. And there you can see it. In southern England, it's the largest collection of World War I, II, etc. tanks in the world. We have an American Sherman tank. This is the World War II Sherman tank that was used at Normandy. The idea was it was supposed to float and they could get ashore, but many of them were swamped and went down. Over there in the background is the British flail. And they used that for exploding mines on the beaches.
We had a guy that comes to us, he's a previous school. We were going across, all hell was breaking loose. He was sitting on the bed cleaning his VAR. I forget his name.
These are what the 99th rode on the back of.
Big machine, I'll tell you.
Well, then how many was
The tank boys, they mowed them down just like firecrackers. They didn't love them at all.
I got your picture, Ovi. Ovi, you don't have to duck. I'm taking your picture.
Oh, okay, and the others were stationary.
They were just up and down.
Guys, I'm not here.
That one?
Oh, look at the big one.
They were going to 75. The German 75 tons.
Now, was this used in World War II? That way.
The weasel. We had these in Alaska. And it's coming off of a landing craft. These are some of the first tanks ever built. They were built for World War I usage during the war. And there's the cutaway we just looked at. favorite vehicle is over there in the corner. Did you see him?
Which one?
A weasel.
Oh, no.
Yes, you want to see him?
What?
His favorite vehicle, the weasel.
Oh.
It's back in the other room over here in the corner. Yeah, we're getting late. No what? Certainly is, isn't it?
Here?
Yeah, straight ahead.
Boys, look to your left. Wave at him.
We're back at the King's Arm in Shaftesbury. Give me a smile here.
Everybody smile.
We got Chubby down there in the corner.
Here. So we're cycling the short. That's the name you get in.
How you feel, Bob? Fit as a fiddle, huh?
Give us what?
You feel fit as a fiddle?
Yeah.
You don't put him in your town?
Now I got you, Howard.
Oh, you got me now.
Yeah, I got you now. Where's Ovi? Ovi, house and Gorda dog.
Fine. Block a block.
What is it?
Would you call me this?
One soda? Oh.
Hey. Leif. Let's have a smile here.
Yes.
Come on, Marlis. Skål. Well, we've left the King's Arm, and now we're on our way to Stonehenge. There's our bus back there. And the guy driving this bus, his name is Pete. That was our guide.
We're all going to be in trouble now.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is going to the FBI, you guys.
And you'll find our pictures in the post office.
Yes,
That's
you
where
certainly
they
will.
are, with numbers under them.
And yours will,
When there's a long line.
and yours will say, impersonating an Italian. He's really Norwegian.
That's right.
Neil, what was it? Neil Olsen Ferrarison.
Ferrarison. He is our group leader.
Ah.
This is the gentleman that is...
Well, you would have got problems.
We're
airport on our first leg of our trip. There's part of our group waiting to go to Kennedy Airport and on to England. There's Al having his morning smoke. We are in Manchester, England, just arriving.
Owen, why don't you come over here and tell me what...
I know. I got a little camera like that.
I used to have a...
And now, this is the Manchester, England airport. We are getting ready to board the bus, take our tour down through England. We're going to Ludlow for lunch. There's Paul. On the back of the bus, we're England, where we were stationed. This is part of our crew on our trip. Oh, this bracken, it looks like our fern in our country. We use it for bedding for the cattle and feed. And that's Fernie on our trip.
Right up fern.
That's the Brecon Beacons. This is a park, national park.
In the brush.
There we come, going to Glenusk for keep. Here comes fallen leaves. We're getting on the coach. Go to Glenusk Castle. We were stationed there during the war.
See you later, bud.
Some. There's our coach driver and our guide, Susan and Pete.
At Christmas time, they always have roasted chestnuts installed.
Going up the road to Glenusk. We're at Glenusk Park, Drum Downs, where we were stationed and trained. This is where the old castle was. It's where we had our Quonset huts. We were billeted for 4 months and trained for the coming invasion. Here we are, getting out of the coach at Glenusk Castle.
Hey, Al, yes. Sit down. You remember.
Hey, there's one. That's what I planted them to mark the front of the house.
It's the dowager of the house of Glenusk.
No, all the big ones today.
Did you see the site when the mill?
Now the castle was situated approximately where I'm swinging the camera, all the way through. There was a large one.
We were here January through April 44. 44 right now. 44.
It was torn down after the war.
No, he wouldn't have done that.
And our chaps, you see, came back from the war, because my husband stayed old. Said, right, now, I'll give you all a year's wages, and then we'll join up. A great many up, we haven't got wages in the war. A great many didn't join up, they got the wages and didn't join up at all. They found themselves somehow safe job. You know, that's
Now we're returning. Well, it comes back to us as we see the beautiful gardens that have been developed on the grounds of the castle where we had our barracks billeted and our training. Lots has changed in 50 years. It's hard to picture now and remember it. Dowager's house. Another angle. Yeah, right there. Now, just a minute. This is a photo of the bunch.
Is it going now?
so you can show your kids that
Okay, it's going. I'm going to pan.
He's getting wet.
All right, once more panning again. Ah, there he is. You're all there.
Finally got them all in there.
Enjoying our house.
That we destroyed?
A scene from one of the houses on the estate.
You guys really were a rowdy bunch.
Lots of sheep in England. These are the narrow streets, two-way streets. More traffic on the narrow streets. They were loading our bus to go to Plymouth, south coast of England. That's where we'll debark. We'll embark to go to France tomorrow morning. Tuesday.
You stopped at very picturesque places.
Oh, can you see the Cherbourgh? Whatever that is.
Okay.
Dual carriageway, like our divided highway. Very nice road for a change. There's a nice long stretch of divided highway, dual carriageway. Now, this is Raglan Castle. It's the latest one built in England back in the 15th century.
In Wales.
Yeah, in Wales.
Walk up and around the end of
Raglan Castle. This is one part, and there's a bridge between them to the court the other one. Raglan Castle, one of many castles of England.
South of Cherbourgh.
Big valley.
Forget the rest.
The Wye River. Beautiful guys.
11 o'clock, you can see the roofless remains of
Wye
St.
Valley,
Abbey.
Wye River.
This was a Cistercian abbey.
W-Y-E. 12th century abbey that's being restored. This is in Wales. Yep. Pretty ornate construction, I'll tell you.
Yeah, they're rebuilding it.
Yeah, and they're rebuilding it now with volunteer money and public money, I guess, and whatever. It's over the Severn River, which is a confluence of all different rivers joining in Wales to go to the ocean. The bridge looks like the Golden Gate in California, built on the same principle. In Exeter, England. In the early ancient times, the interior of the cathedral. Very ornate. What? Oh, didn't know that. Sorry. What cathedral was this?
Exeter.
The interior of the cathedral in Exeter. Very, very beautiful.
Here's a look at this.
Just a second. This cathedral goes back to the 1200s. First. This is Dartmoor, southwest England. It's rugged country. It's similar to the 17 days we spent testing rations and walking 20 miles a day 48 years ago.
About 1,500 feet, though.
And we're about 1,500 feet altitude right now.
All those houses must be for the help.
Oh, you could live in that town, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Where all you could look at was the prison.
That's about all.
The Princetown Hilton complex.
One on the left or the one on the right? Fifth one, and the fourth floor from the right.
I guess can't feel the pain when you stay there.
Didn't we ever walk by?
I think the first picture you showed us.
Hell, I walked into it.
But they all tipped over, so they couldn't use them. This is the old Sherman tank that we rode many miles on across France.
Hey, Lee. Stand over there.
The Sherman tank. One of the best machines ever was. And there we're coming to the Pershing tank, which we saw lots of on the way over there. And there's the Tiger tank. Really a big machine. There's the old Tiger tank again. That's all right.
Get down and crawl.
I'll get you in. This is the Rolls-Royce original tank. All these pictures are taken at the Tank Museum in southern England near Portsmouth. This is the Tank Museum, which was just seen a few pictures a while back. Restaurant, a very quaint restaurant where we had lunch and a beer. We were on our way now to Perham Downs, Tidworth. This is the famous stone henges in England. They were built, they don't know when, way, way back, and they don't know why.
No, not anymore. Between the stones and everything.
Oh, yeah. There was no fence there then. We walked past here when we were stationed here in 1943. Then we could walk right up to it. Now it's fenced off.
Careful of my store.
Yeah, they figure they were built before B.C., 2000 B.C., but they're not quite sure.
They were down.
Let's get a picture.
This is still all playing around the back here.
This is the barracks, part of the barracks at Firm Downs, where we were stationed from September till January of 44. It's hard to recognize from I hardly remember it, but some people seem to remember it.
Picture you with your camera in front of the building. Where's your camera?
They've always been officers' messes.
Where's your camera?
The camp used to be over there.
There's wife Fern standing in front of one of the barracks at Firm Downs in Salisbury.
Okay. One more.
More. She's doing working it for NBC.
Who's going to get water on the knee? I can tell now.
No, I get the movie while you... Okay, give me a top of the leg.
I'll give you a tap someplace, Al.
That's his wife, Ingrid. I asked her to take it. She said, well, I don't know how to do it. I showed her. And, you know, when we were taking the group picture, Steve was all open, and half the time I could see went around, I tell her, she turned it over to some big girl, and she said, well, I haven't done it, but she did a good job. She got it. I got most of it, but the first one was, I got more off the floor than...
And your barracks was down below?
Oh, no, we lived in the wooden things back here. There. This is the only old building that's here.
I thought the others were taken down.
In England, which there are quite a few of them. Really nice. Pull away, it's away, and then I get the whole thing one time.
Did you get your card, please?
The interior of the Red Lion Hotel dining room, Salisbury,
Maybe one of these days we'll get that. I'd like to.
England. The service was fantastic.
I don't know what the southern part is like, certainly the northern part is more primitive.
This is a lounge where you go in for coffee after you've had your meal. Very old and quaint.
That really wouldn't do us a whole lot of good.
Out of the Red Lion Hotel in Salisbury, England.
And here we go.
Where's that lion? There he is.
Here's a bunch of leg room.
This is the Southwick House, where the tactical map for the invasion was. We'll see it shortly in Eisenhower.
This is the Southwick House.
This is down.
Tactical map at Southwick House, where the invasions were planned. People would come in here, couldn't leave for many, many days till after the invasion for secrecy. And they decided to leave the map here to preserve it for people to see. Eisenhower and Captain Ramsey from the British, they were in charge of the whole operation. And here's the beach.
Well, they never brought it on. Here's Omaha. This is
where we landed.
It says Omaha there. Grand Champ. We'll signal. See the boats how they come in? Yeah. See the ones there? Right there on top. It says Omaha. Well, that's what
we come up across the channel from Portsmouth. There's Omaha Beach, where we went in. Went up the shore up this way. And we went up the beach towards Cherbourgh. We spent several days in Cherbourgh, guarding the beaches, and afterwards we started our trip across France. The boats. It's a sight that the person will never forget. There was over 2,000 ships involved in the invasion. The whole map. And they spent days and days here. Eisenhower decided to have the invasion the 6th, and if he'd have waited 2 weeks, it would probably never come off because of a heavy gale at that time. Now it's lax. There was a long table right down the center of the room where they all met and their decisions. This table was in the Eisenhower Museum in Kansas at the present time. This is the grounds at Southwick House. Very elaborate, manicured grounds, gardens. This is one.
Are you up here or there?
This is part of the embroidery in that museum, D-Day Museum.
Yeah.
A lot more out than
This is the board where the way they embroidered all this stuff. Everything that's taped the last few minutes is all embroidered scenes of the war.
I would skip some of this and go out there.
Okay. Pardon?
Just come out of all those pictures I took along the embroidered pictures of the invasion. It's a fantastic display. What's the name of the ship? What's the name of the ship?
Victoria.
This is the Victoria ship. Sunk what?
Sunk at the Battle of Trafalgar. Lord Nelson was killed.
Yeah, Lord Nelson was.
He was killed.
Yeah, and it was sunk at the Battle of Gibraltar.
Trafalgar.
Trafalgar?
Trafalgar.
Some of them started.
Trafalgar.
Some of them started.
Battle of Trafalgar. Lord Nelson was killed on this.
Yeah, you'll see the spot. It's right up
Yeah.
above this gangplank, and up in the top deck there's a little brass plaque that says where he was shot.
According to the movie, they were trying to keep away.
This is a sail ship.
And even after he was shot, he was commanded right to the
Commanded,
end. He wanted to stay.
High mast. A big one.
Yeah, I was 360 men.
Here's the bow of the Victoria, Lord Nelson ship.
Wow.
Now we're on the ferry, which will take us over to France. And there's a ship in the harbor. I don't know what it is. And there's some of the stuff in the harbor. Cranes and stuff for the port authority business, which I don't know anything about. This is Portsmouth, England, where we're leaving from to go to France. Right along. This ferry boat is right alongside ours, and ours is the same kind of stuff, big one. The semis, big coaches and cars. The 6-hour ride from here to Cannes, France, where we'll be overnight. Then we'll go to Cherbourgh and Omaha Beach tomorrow, which is Thursday. We'll be staying around in this area 4 days, and then go on down into Germany. This is a full-length view of it. This is the Queen's pleasure boat, as we understand it from somebody. Queen of England. By the way, we're leaving Portsmouth. This is a shoreline we're going by. It seems like stores and pubs and all kinds of interesting things. Right there? Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. This is dinner on the pier. 30 stands and plays. This is the Point de Hoc fortifications where the Germans had big underground installations, and our Rangers scaled the cliff and lost about half the men, but they was up and captured the whole thing on D-Day. There were great underground pillboxes. The Germans' high command had their look at the thickness of the concrete and the thickness of the steel. It wasn't the shell holes. And the utter destruction. This is one crater from one bomb. And there's literally hundreds of them here. Here are the cliffs at Point de Hoc that the 2nd Rangers scaled this. There were 300 and some Rangers and only 200 and some made it because they'd have ladders, and the Germans threw grenades down on them, and over 100 men were lost, but they succeeded in their mission. Here's a pillbox. There were several of them along the beach where the Germans were in. You'll see that slit trench where they could do their shooting out of. Concrete thick. And this faced the American troops, the British troops, as they come into shore. You see the tremendous size of them. Shoreline that a lot of them in Utah Beach had to face. We come into Omaha, which wasn't this, didn't have these cliffs to climb. The Rangers, they got a plaque up for them.
Like this, you're fixing up in a hurry. Oh, can you imagine what's happening? How about all those walls? Never.
And this is a list of the Rangers. I don't think I can get in close enough to read it, but I'll try it.
Can you imagine that? That's the detail of our men did.
The whole thing.
Peace.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we got you.
Thanks.
This is a memorial, again, outside to all the people who lost their lives. on this invasion.
Yeah, don't fall back in
No, I thought of that afterwards.
Can you get those ships out of sea?
Yeah, I'm going to take a panorama shot here first, if I can.
So they're totally devastated.
This is the view of Cherbourgh City. Going over there. That's the docks where we were. It's going to be a little bit jumpy because we're riding in the bus. There we are at St. Mary Glees. Depicting the parachutist hanging from the steeple.
Where's that? Is that in there?
That's what I understand. That's the one.
They have come back.
Church that was, I got to start it first. This is another stained glass window inside the church that was made by someone depicting the parachute landing on D-Day by the 82nd Airborne, and depicting the parachute hanging from the church steeple, and some hung from trees and all over. Beautiful stained glass windows. This is an old church at St. Mary Glees where the parachutist dropped. This church is hundreds of years old, and this is the altar of it. Very, very nice. Now, stopping at Utah Beach, which we didn't have nothing to do with it. This is a marker going through it, but on the beach, Utah Beach, part of it, one face of it, when the troops come in off the water and hit these beaches against stiff opposition. But we weren't in this part of it. We were over to Omaha Beach. The monument put up in honor of the Americans. We're still at Utah Beach. Yeah, I'm going to. Right here. From the hotel balcony of Omaha Beach, part of it, which we are leaving for to spend the morning to visit Omaha Beach.
You having a cook breakfast in town? No? Yeah, having a cook breakfast.
Yeah. We are now at Gold Beach, which the British used for their landing. Those structures you see out in the water are called mulberries. They're concrete sections brought across and sunk as a breakwater and as a landing for supplies. The ships would pull up and unload 9,000 pounds a day. What? All right. 9,000 ton a day of supplies until Cherbourgh was taken, then they could land supplies there. This is looking along the beach.
Now that you got them all up there freezing, you come down here, huh?
This is still Gold Beach. You can get a better view of the mulberries. Part of them are blown away. A storm is. But there's still a few left here for the people to see. This is still part of Gold Beach. We're at Avalanches. This is 4 gun batteries the Germans had here to protect the beach. The British destroyer come in with the artillery, knocked them all out before the invasion even began, I guess. They had an ideal position to cover the ocean, but they weren't good enough. British guns knocked them out. Like I said, this is part of Gold Beach, British sector, with the gun still showing. These guns are at a range of 12 miles out to the ocean. Note the thickness of the concrete, over 6 feet. There's the gun.
Well, this thing is destroyed up there, so you can see something.
No, it's all right. There's either a tradition or a belief in France that they have ceramic cats on the roofs to keep the gulls from messing up the roof. And here's an example. There's 2, 3 of them there.
There. That looks like a whole family. There's a whole family up there, Howard. What do you got? 6.
Stand sideways. That's 3/4.
Here we are, we just laid a wreath at the cemetery. And this is
We're going to go as a group, man?
a memorial.
Okay.
There's the cemetery.
So you're going out to the burial.
What's the name of the cemetery, Paul?
Norman Memorial.
Yeah. Normandy American Cemetery. There are 9,000 some Americans buried here. This is Odland D Company.
D or B? This one's corporate.
I should do it. I can't go.
You know this one?
No,
I can't figure that out. I knew Palmer, but not Albin. 825.
I gotta put this up. I can see better. Oh, maybe I can see better from there. This is Albin Hagen, who I don't really know him, but
They went around and colored these a little bit.
yeah. This American cemetery is actually built on a battlefield. Apparently the GIs come up and storm the beaches here, and they had temporary battle graveyards, but then afterwards they moved them from several places to here. It's a one big national cemetery. 9,000 some are buried here. Jeremy Jorsted.
You too? I was B. B is boy. I'm the only one here from B. Are you?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful.
Good.
And you're doing
This is part of Omaha Beach.
Yeah. Okay.
No, where was this horse from?
I was talking with him. What a guy for that. He's quite a guy.
Oh, he's marvelous.
Yeah. Real nice fellow.
I think that's what you want.
We go out together.
The pillbox.
Were you getting shot at?
Yes.
Were you getting shot at when you came in?
Yeah, artillery fire was coming in, but the beaches had been cleared here.
There's
So
the other
Germans
pillbox.
were just up there.
They were not, they were back at it. But the first wave that came in, the Germans kicked the hell out of them on there.
Yeah.
The tide is in now, high tide.
You
When
see
you
Owens?
looked out, listen, when you looked out behind you, was there like boats everywhere and people coming ashore?
Boats
right.
by the thousands and a big breakwater sunken ships over there, remember?
And then some floating bodies rolling around.
All right, right. Yeah.
There's always guys that never made it.
You see, there were some guys that got so burdened down with their supplies, they couldn't get up.
They drowned.
There's the beach, the high tide now, but we come in out here and walk right up through here.
What else do you remember? Hey.
And we walked right up. There's all building now. It's entirely different, but there was just a gentle sand slope. And we walked up through there, right between these two pillboxes. One there,
Or
and one there.
Hear of the
Yeah. This is a pier that was built out apparently, but when we were here, all along here, and there was thousands of ships all along here. Equipment along the beach. It's fantastic. Hard to even describe all the confusion.
Well, place is left. That's
One of the mulberries.
like our flounder.
There's been sunk there.
Blue.
They were struck way around. And they were floaters from England and sunken and used for unloading. We walked up through that draw up to Calm Beer, I think it was, and bivouacked for the night. Now here's been built a big restaurant.
You gotta talk to that damn thing too, aren't you?
Make it behave, I know it. I better start it first. Here's the hotel and restaurant at the beach where we landed. It's all built up now, quite commercialized. This is a picture. This is our window from our room, in our hotel room at Bayou, front of the hotel. Quite new. This is a swimming pool right back out our window. But it's a little cold to swim right now. Today has been probably in 50s Fahrenheit with a wind. Not bad. The sun has been shining, which has really helped. And this is the neighborhood up and back. Old houses. Bayou, for some reason, was spared. It wasn't hit or just bombed hardly at all. So it's still pretty much the way it was. It's quite a large hotel. I don't know how many rooms are, but they have a real nice dining room and a small bar. Then there's a clubhouse with a golf course where we eat our evening meal. The food has been, in England, has been fantastic so far, and so far here in France has been quite good. Mont St Michel. a very old abbey.
Or in English, St. Michael's Mount.
English what?
St. Michael's Mount.
Oh. Or in English, St. Michael's Mount. Can't get much closer to it, but... I know, but I'll take a little bit of it.
Do you see down on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, a little tower?
That's St. Michael, built in the 16th century. In honor of St. Michael.
Careful what you put in there. You're praying for something like that.
And he's up there on the top. It's built out on the 45-foot tide comes in here, so it's completely surrounded with water at high tide. Fantastic.
I used to down the bank.
Well, they were just boards along the wall.
This is another American seminary. There's 3 99ers buried here. I'll get the names of them later. This is the Brittany Memorial Cemetery. This is the entrance to the Brittany Cemetery. Like I said, there's 3 99ers. Yeah, it's Custer, I know. Here's our bunch going down to this cemetery to place a wreath. There are 4,000 Americans buried in this cemetery. The next cemetery we're going to visit will be at Henry Chappelle. There most of our 99ers are buried. Just laid a wreath in honor of our 99ers. Oh, sorry. Honestly. Yeah.
Much bigger area.
This cemetery is in the city of St. James, southern France. This is the view from the top of the chapel at the Brittany Cemetery. Really pretty.
Cold up here, huh?
I suppose so. Gustav Gelshoot from A Company.
Well, when most before Elbeuf, we stopped in the wooded area.
Date on that, that's 5 days before Elbeuf.
This is all soccer.
Well, we went 25th of August, Elbeuf.
He was the one that when the truck flew over the mine, you see, and
Sure. That's all three of them are. Yeah.
They're D Company, and after that mine,
Yeah, Trigby all soccer.
I thought he was kind of the first one of our officers that was killed, but maybe...
This is Palmer Johnson. The three of them were killed in a... Their truck went over a landmine and blew it up, and they were killed at the 20th of...
That's where Whitmore's at.
Yeah, 20th of August.
Yeah. I couldn't figure out that 20th.
At the seminary. Cemetery in Brittany. And there's beautiful trees.
There's one. Boy, you were standing under one of those and they dropped down while you'd go point.
There, I got you.
Yeah, just right over there.
Come out of the tree?
The ground is just loaded with them. And they're eatable. You can eat them raw or roasted or cooked, whatever you want.
But you get knocked in the head with one of those when they come down.
You shell them out of this thing. And I ate a few. This is a Peace Museum. We're going in and look at it now and can find someplace, I don't know. This is just a small bridge, but it was very strategic. The Germans were on one side, and if they could have kept this bridge, they could have encircled the invading forces. But as it turned out, the British succeeded in their attempt. After 2 years practice in England, they landed right where they wanted to and captured the bridge, and only 2 killed. This is a German gun that was beside the bridge the Germans used for defense, but it didn't do the trick. There's the Pegasus Cafe. A lady owned that. She supposedly was friendly to the Germans. She spoke English, French, German, and supposedly friendly to the Germans, and was very much disliked by the people, but she in reality was a undercover for the French, and she would get information from the Germans and relate to France, to England, and that's how they, and so they had made exact replica of the whole thing here for them to practice on and to take the bridge. He passed away a couple of years ago. But the cafe was named Pegasus because that's the name Pegasus was the emblem, a white horse of this battalion of British that landed here. And they named the bridge after her, them and the cafe. This is part of the gun at this Pegasus Bridge. Driver. Paul Hagen helping our coach driver change the tire. You run a nail, I guess, and have it
Fast
flat.
and it doesn't even move.
It's a big jump.
This might be the road.
I mean, not that there wasn't.
As we come into Elbeuf on, we're not sure. It's hard to picture it, but we're going to see when we get on further downtown and check and
I
see.
can walk through, no problem at all.
Hard to remember because things have changed in all these years. This could be the road, we're not sure.
It's the railroad track.
Station. Oh, here is the station. No, it's down there. See it?
The trains run running.
This is cemetery where we come down through. I'll take it, Izzy.
Somebody's got a can on the front.
This is the railroad station.
This is where we were.
Right down.
I gotta see the old gal.
Back in the building.
Oh, she's got no
Had the back doors open. Her doctor, her granddaughter.
There were buildings here.
I'm taking this through the window.
There were buildings here. They never been.
Now we think that this is the place where we come in on this street.
his granddaughter.
This girl
This is no building that was bombed apparently and not rebuilt. Everybody seems to remember this is the area where we went through Elbeuf and had a lot of trouble. It's real hard to recall when you go through and after all these years, but each one got
watch
different
out.
ideas.
He's photographing
We
right
sort of
between
agreed
us.
that this is the area where we had the hardest fighting in Elbeuf.
Get out before you die.
We got down to a certain point in the Canadian. Our job was
Okay.
to clear out that top of it.
Say to have the privilege of eating butter during Lent.
Tallest people in France.
It has another tower behind that is part of an older church that was on the site. And the only thing that was
Stand up there.
Cathedral I just took.
okay, the spire on that is cast iron.
Cathedral Rouen. It's built in the 1200s.
Why did it turn green?
I'm just taking a picture on the canal now so I can record it. The town of Rouen again. Here we are in Rouen. At another Altea hotel like we did. We're in the 3 nights.
We didn't either, did we? Wait till Dan talk like
Can't we walk that far?
You want to carry your suitcase down?
The entrance into this place?
There's the street right downtown Rouen, France. To that cathedral. There's a closer view of that steeple. Fantastic. It's copper and iron, the whole thing. Inside of this cathedral, it's too big to even try and get one picture. I take segments of it. It's fantastic. Built way back in the 1300s. How they could do it those days in the sanctuary. And the altar. So they have services here. This is one section. Look at the seating here. Must be a whole block, and then this is from the other side, there's two centers on the altar for their services. It's fantastic. I'm going up to the ceiling. It must be 60 feet up there. Look at the construction. How they did it, I'll never know. This is the back entrance to the cathedral. A sort of a courtyard. And it looks like they're remodeling it because there's building equipment laying down here. Well, I don't know which one that is, but it's another big old one. It was built way back, and I still marvel how they get those things built, but they did. This is a
Are we recording?
What?
I had my stabilizer on. I probably shouldn't have had it.
Oh, you need one.
very quaint town. There's 3 cathedrals within 10 blocks of each other. They're all built way, way back hundreds of years ago.